Hello, it's wonderful to meet you again. My name is Rogers, and I am so happy to talk to you about today's topic. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror wondering if you're good enough? Or maybe you've had this great idea, but just as you're about to share it, this little voice in your head whispers, "What if they think I'm stupid?" Well, I've been there, but trust me, if you watch this video to the very end, I'll tell you exactly what I did to reinvent myself and uncover my true potential. Today, we're going to talk about building confidence, real, unshakable confidence, and how to finally silence that second-guessing voice. Let me start with a quick story. A few years ago, I had this big opportunity to present a project at work. I was excited until the doubts crept in. What if I mess up? What if someone asks a question I can't answer? I worked on that presentation for weeks, but was still a nervous wreck on the day. Long story short, I rushed through it, my hands were shaking, and I felt embarrassed. But here's the twist. It wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. People even came up to me afterward to say it was great. That day, I realized confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, even when you're unsure. Here's the thing about confidence. It's not something you're born with. It's like a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it gets. And just like hitting the gym, building confidence starts with small steps. Think about the first time you tried something new, maybe riding a bike or speaking up in class. It felt awkward, right? But the more you practice, the better you got. That's the secret. Confidence comes from doing. The more you take action, the more you prove to yourself that you can handle it. Okay, let's get practical. Here are some steps that worked for me when I was learning to build confidence. And trust me, I still use them today. Start small and celebrate wins. I used to be terrified of public speaking, so I started by speaking in front of a mirror. Then I worked up to talking in small team meetings. Eventually, I gave that big presentation. Baby steps are key, and when you nail those small wins, celebrate them. I literally wrote down, "Spoke up in a meeting today," and gave myself credit for it. It sounds cheesy, but it works. Reframe negative self-talk. You know that voice that says you're going to fail? I started challenging it. Instead of thinking, "I'll mess up," I'd ask, "What if I do great?" One time I had to pitch an idea, and instead of panicking, I told myself, "They invited me to share this because they believe I'm capable." That shift in mindset made all the difference. Practice, practice, practice. I know this sounds obvious, but repetition builds confidence. When I was learning to speak confidently, I'd practice in front of my cat. No judgment, and he always seemed impressed. Surround yourself with support. When I doubted myself, I'd talk to friends who believed in me. One friend once said, "Even if you fail, I'll still think you're awesome." That gave me permission to try. So find your cheerleaders. They make a huge difference. Accept that it's okay to not be perfect. Here's a big one. Confidence doesn't mean getting it right every time. I've stumbled, forgotten my lines, and said the wrong thing. And guess what? The world didn't end. Imperfections make us relatable and human. People don't connect with perfect. They connect with real. So here's your challenge. Pick one small action you've been avoiding. Maybe it's starting a conversation, sharing an idea, or trying something new. Take a deep breath and just do it. Don't worry about perfection, just focus on taking that first step. And when you do, celebrate it. Tell me about it in the comments. I'd love to cheer you on. Confidence isn't built overnight, but with small steps and consistent effort, you'll get there. Remember, confidence isn't about being fearless. It's about facing your fears and doing it anyway. If you like this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.